Welcome to Remelations. We're your hosts.
I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke. Remelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams. From nightmares to the just plain bizarre, join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle.
This week, we're reading dreams about rando, guardian angels, Cookie Monster, and star-packed awards ceremonies.
And I'm talking about dreams with driving with your bestie.
Yes.
And ostriches. And we're also talking about a sleepwalking murder story from Spain.
Yep. That is a crazy story, but you want to stay tuned because at the very end, I'm talking about a dream I had 1 year ago today that came true today.
Oh, my
exactly
God.
1 year. So stay tuned, bestie. Hey, happy Galentine's Day to my bestie.
Oh, yeah, same to you.
Let's get started.
Mwah. Woo!
Hey, you over there, you sexy thing.
Hello.
It's the day before Valentine's Day, which also means it's
Galentine's Day.
And I'm with my best friend. Oh, I love
with my best
you.
gal.
Beautiful,
With my
beautiful
best gal.
Yes.
Yep.
Here we are. A screw up
Need my
flowers
gals.
and chocolates. I just need you. Here I am.
I just need you. I just need one gal.
I just need one gal. She's my galentine. I really hate that term, though. It's so stupid. Can you come up with anything better? Besties Day.
Rhymes,
Just call it
that's
Besties
why.
Day. It's Besties Day today.
That's
for you.
nice.
That's
Best in Times Day.
Best in Times.
See, it has to.
Saint Bestentine. I heard he was a really great saint. Saint Bestentine.
He was. Saint Bestentine. That's what it is. I'll see you in a year, Saint Bestentine.
Is he like the cherub? Is he like the little guy with the little arrow?
He's got the arrow.
Saint Bestentine.
Cupid?
Yeah. Just move aside, Cupid. It's time for Saint Bestentine.
Yeah, you're done. We've
Move
got a
along.
new saint in town.
Not only is it St. Bestentine's Day, but it's episode 69.
Ooh la la.
My.
Sexy and saucy. All right.
Sexy and saucy besties. Here we go. We're going to get started. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Moving along, I've got a dream that's not sexy, but it's an interesting dream today.
I'll take an interesting dream.
I think this one's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to what you think about this one. It's interesting. Okay.
Now I'm intrigued. Is it interesting?
It's intriguing and interesting. It covers all the eyes. This one comes from Brianne, and Brianne's from Pittsburgh.
Thanks, Brianne.
Okay, here we go. Last night, I had a dream that my mother and I were taking a walk together on some sort of nature trail. This is a bit odd considering that my mother has difficulty walking, and it was just us.
Okay.
Now, for context, I have kids, nieces, and nephews, so it wasn't a family outing, just me and my mom. But anyway, we were just walking and enjoying the views. We stopped by a little stream to watch it and rest for a bit. So far, sounds lovely. Yeah.
Sounds like a
Nice
lovely day.
Okay. Nearby was an elderly couple, a man and a woman. I remember the woman being very short. Now, I'm 5'4", and she was significantly shorter than me.
That's like me.
It's a tiny size. I love it. She appeared a bit frail, but not sickly. The man never spoke. But the woman immediately lit up and approached me.
These are very specific details. I like
know.
it.
I do too. She had some grapes and offered me some. At first,
Oh,
I
nice.
assumed she was somewhat senile, perhaps, but she was friendly and sweet, so I agreed and took the grapes. She
All of
handed
the
me
grapes?
Well, she handed me 2 grapes.
Filling. I don't think I need lunch after that.
Well, they had some dirt on them, but I thanked her and told her I loved grapes and I'd wash them off and eat them. Very, very kind,
Nice.
generous.
I wouldn't.
Yes.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to eat fruit or food of any kind from a stranger. So I'd be like,
No.
I'll take these home for later.
Yeah, thank you. I
could be
appreciate the gesture,
poison.
but they could be
Thanks.
poisoned.
I'll take your dirty poison grapes home for later.
She kept the conversation going, and though I can't remember the exact verbiage, she told me that I was somebody's world and how much I was loved and how important I was.
Oh.
As she spoke, she
nice.
showed me 2 white lilies growing near the stream with 2 apples on the ground beside them. So 2 grapes,
Okay.
2 white lilies, and 2 apples.
2 apples. Okay.
She goes, well, what does this mean? But she goes on.
Okay.
As she spoke, it felt less like some random kind old lady speaking just kind words to a stranger, and felt more like a message meant directly for me. Somebody that I didn't know, but they knew me. In the dream, I remarked to my mother that it didn't feel like a friendly stranger, but it felt like I had spoken to an angel or something. And then in parentheses, she writes, I'm not even religious. So interesting.
Well, that's okay. Yeah. Who knows what happens in the crazy head of ourselves, you know?
Exactly.
We can't explain that.
No, someone's watching over, it seems. She goes on to say, I remember there was even some random, she says random, but rando bystander that also agreed it was odd. He just pokes his head in like, hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah, I agree. Lady, kind, but it is weird. Yep. It's weird. It's a little weird. Taking grapes from a stranger.
It'd be funny if it was just like a face, like not even a whole body.
From
just
God.
A face appears.
It's like the cloud.
Yeah, that's weird. And then it's in the cloud and goes away.
Okay. This wasn't like the type of dreams I usually have. A lot of my dreams, I'm not even me. I'm some random character in whatever plot my mind makes up. When I am me, it's usually the same repetitive themes, like losing a car in a parking lot or being late for work or whatever. When I woke up, the odd feeling of this means something hung around all day.
Oh, this is interesting, like you said.
It is interesting and intriguing.
And intriguing.
She does finish it up with this last little bit. I've struggled with mental health in the past, but not currently, so I am not sure what the old lady's pep talk was about, but it left an impact. Still kind of feel weird about it. I'd also love to know if you have any insight on what the symbolism of white lilies, grapes, apples, and things in pairs could be about.
Oh, boy.
I agree. It's a very soft dream. Nothing crazy happened. It wasn't like...
No, that's what's so weird about it.
Yeah, we've read a lot of dreams that are scary or like very weird off the wall.
Or all kinds of things happening and good, bad, other, and not much happens in this dream, but it's
a neutral dream.
Very neutral. I don't know if we've really had a neutral dream. Doesn't have a demon in it. It doesn't have any. I mean, but it's
not
still
being chased.
Interesting.
Yes,
because I want to know about the symbolism, and I have a feeling you're going to tell us about maybe the number 2 first.
Oh, well, let me start at the beginning. So to get into this a little bit of Brienne's dream, I feel it starts off in a good way, right? She's on a walk with her mom, and even though her mom might not be mobile as to take this hike in her dream, like in this dream she was, so she's having a good time. It's kind of remembering her mom maybe when she was more mobile or spry or younger, you know, it was a good thing. It starts with them sitting by a creek or a river, I think she said, what she called it. A stream. So
a creek, wasn't it? A stream.
She said stream. So they sit by the stream,
maybe?
a brook. She's sitting by a brook, and so am I, virtually, sitting by a brook. I hear that, but it's, so we just call you Bubbling Brook when you start laughing? Babbling Brook seems
babbling.
Like a babbling brook.
I do find it odd that, the whole first part of the dream is about her and her mother, but then the mother is not really in it anymore.
Right.
Like she's just talking. She's just talking to this stranger now. She doesn't really have any other part of the dream except for when they get to the brook.
The brook. I know you want to call it brook. I'll call it a stream brook.
Stream.
But we've talked about water so many times, and there's been many different water dreams we've shared. Tidal waves to dark pools to crocodile-filled rivers.
Yes.
This is a stream, so I see it as it's constantly moving, right? It's not a pool. It's not a lake. It is constantly moving. So she talks about in her life how she's moved on from some issues she had. And so is it progress? Does it represent progress in her life she's making?
And maybe a little peace, too, because when you think of a stream, I feel like you think of like peaceful. A peaceful environment. Like you say river, it could mean like a rapid. It could be a calm river, but a stream. Stream sounds like a nice, calm, way to describe a peaceful environment. So maybe she's finding some peace, too.
A relaxing picnic with a rando old lady that has grapes.
Not too many, though.
But not too many
to share. Good thing her mom didn't want any.
Right?
Maybe she split one with her mom.
Like her and her mom had a split one, and the old man and the old lady had a split one. But again, it goes back to pairs. So there was an old lady and old man, right? So it's another pair that she didn't even pick up on was the fact that the man didn't say anything. He was there. But it was another pair, like another couple. So I thought that was interesting.
But that's odd, too, because the mom didn't say anything either.
Right.
They both had silent parties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's get to these.
I'm sorry. I don't know. This one's thrown me for a loop.
Yeah. Let's get to the idea of symbolism of what she did see. So there was the grapes. They were dirty. She's like, it's fine. Yeah. I'll wash them off. She didn't seem like weird or upset by it. Like you said, if one came up to us and was like, "Would you like some grapes?" I'd be like, I'm good, thanks.
I'm good. Just ate.
Full, totally full. I brought totally a Cliff Bar.
Couldn't fit another grape. It's not like she's offering you a whole sandwich. You're like,
right.
Nope, I couldn't possibly have a grape or two. I am just that full. Can't even fake it.
So thinking of grapes really go back. I mean, they've got a long history, right? Of in literature, going back to Greek mythology, to the Bible. Actually, grapes was one of the fruits that was mentioned in the Bible. Was the fruit grapes?
Yeah, because it makes wine, and they like to drink wine in the Bible.
Let's talk about grapes for that. You got grapes are no, it's a good point because grapes are diverse. They can become raisins. They can become they're fresh as grapes, or they can make wine. So it's a transformative type of fruit.
Oh my!
The other fruit was mentioned was the two apples. And apples again, a very old symbol in the Bible. Very old symbol. It means wisdom. It was in the Garden of Eden. It's an old literary fruit. It's not like she offered me a jackfruit or she offered me a kiwi. It's you know what I mean? That's like not something you would see in those old literature. So I think it's very classic. Yes.
But also, again, to bring up the point that she said she's not religious. So to bring up, like the Garden of Eden and the apple. Or that's another pair, Adam and Eve with the apple in the garden, and even the grapes, in the Bible. So I don't know where this could possibly be headed for her. This is just such a unique, it's just so unique.
Yeah. We talked about food before, and depending on how the food tastes or is to you, can determine if it's a good symbol or a bad symbol. And grapes and apples are both kind of watery, delicious, in my opinion, things to eat. So I think that's a good symbol. Okay. We also have the pair of the white lilies. And we've talked about the color white before, and we know white's a really positive symbol of a dream. It can be purity, a new beginning. It's a color of hope and like a fresh start almost. And even the flower lily, and this is weird because I am going to take a little bit of religious thing on this. The Easter lilies, that's like a new hope. And that's a flower that's used at Easter to represent a new beginning. So to see it in white, I think, is interesting. And lily's also one of those flowers that symbolizes peace.
So again, maybe another peaceful place that she's found. I do want to backtrack a minute if we can.
Yes.
Why do you think the grapes were dirty. Like that specific detail specifically said they were dirty. Like,
Yeah.
And grapes don't get that dirty, I don't think. Like, I mean, you could rinse them off, but it's not like
When they're hanging in bunches, they're not like potatoes.
Like vegetable coming out of the ground, right? Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know. That one's tripping me up too because it's a very specific detail, but
I take that symbol as more that it didn't bother her.
oh, okay. So just like maybe in the past, again, moving forward, like you said, progress. Just like the stream.
Absolutely. Before we get to the old woman, let's talk about the idea of pairs. And the number 2 is often, it's a number to represent balance. So, it's the past and the future. It's the good and the bad. It is the positive and the negative. It's one of those numbers that, for me, this dream is really being about balance and moving forward. It's like, this is where I was and this is where I am now, and I feel comfortable with where I'm going. It's almost like there's an opposite. There was an opposite part of her life, and now she's kind of feeling that balance of where she should be.
And do you think, I don't know, this is just so crazy because the fact that the other 2 main people of the dream don't speak. And that's kind of maybe a balance. Like these 2 speak a lot. These 2 don't speak at all. But maybe the silence represents the past. And she doesn't feel like she needs to talk about it anymore because she's moving forward and she's made a lot of good, positive changes in her life. So, yeah. I don't know.
I think that's an interesting point, but let's talk about this old woman here because let me just throw something out there and let me see what you think. What if it's a future representation of herself?
Wow, Mindy! Wow!
I'm serious. What if she's
I know you
so
are.
Much
I know
in
you
life,
are.
Right? She's been kind of turned around. She's been feeling like she's found her way. And if this dream is a vision of herself in the future, it's almost like she's being told to like give it back. Like give back what you've been given. Give back that kind of clarity in your life. Give back that thing that moved you to a better place.
Like pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yes. Wow, that just blew my mind. I would have never gone there, and now that's the only thing I can think of. And it is odd because she said she felt familiar.
Yes.
Even though she'd never met her. So maybe
she was comfortable with there was also accepting a gift from her. Like she felt, again, like kind of the pay it forward idea. She was accepting this gift from some stranger, but if it was herself.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't so weird.
Yeah. But the balance still exists because she even says sometimes she like feels comfortable with a woman, and then sometimes she feels like there's not really something right with the woman, right? She kind of goes back and forth with how she feels about this lady.
I think she always felt comfortable with her. She remarked to her mother, it didn't feel like a friendly stranger. It felt like she spoke to an angel. So it was always like positive. Like it should be negative because it's a stranger, but it's not.
Okay. Wow. An angel. She's her own guardian angel.
Maybe that could be it. Isn't it really how it is? Like sometimes the person who has your best interest at heart is yourself.
And you're also your own worst enemy. So it's, again, the dichotomy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
For a dream where nothing really happens, it sure is interesting.
Right? That's why this one stood out to me because it was like, there's nothing much going on, but when I sat and thought, it just kind of sat with me. And I just thought about how it could be more. Like, because there's nothing is as it seems in dreams. So what is it about this dream that kind of drew me to it? But I think in this dream, too, the idea of being someone's guardian angel or being someone's support, like, I'm giving you something. I feel like you're in need here. Let me give you a part of myself. Like, literally in this dream. Let me give you a part of maybe her future self. Like, and when you see people struggling in life, isn't that like the one thing that makes us all human is to sit there and help another human through a hard part of their life and just be.
It should be.
Like that, right? It should
be.
And I think Brienne has got that. I think she's figuring that out.
I think she's figuring it out for sure. I mean, I wish we could give her more exact answers, but these symbols could go 1,000 different directions. And But I think the first part of the dream with the stream and the peace definitely is the good sign that the progress. So I think she's moving in the right direction, and she's still looking for answers, but she's going to find them.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Thanks,
thank
Brianne.
you.
That was a great dream. Thank you for submitting that. And see, we've never had a dream like that before. And you know what? You might have a dream out there, bestie, that we've never heard before, talked about before, and we want to hear it. Don't be afraid to submit anything. Please, please, and thank you. Submit any dreams, dream stories to revelations@gmail.com. And we can't wait to hear from you.
Yes, yes. So moving along, hey, we've got some catnaps to share.
Catnaps, catnaps.
That jingle's perfect. And I think, do you want to get started? Do you have one to kick us off?
I do. So this is kind of another thinker, too. This is Alyssa from Cocoa Beach.
I wish I was on the beach.
Can we come visit, Alyssa, please? I've been to Cocoa Beach. It's lovely.
Have you?
It's in Florida.
Oh.
Yes.
It's
not.
the Gulf,
I know you
Gulf
usually
Coast or the other side.
Nope. The Atlantic. Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're kind of a Gulf Coast.
I am.
Kind of
That's
gal.
where we've been, but any beach. I take any beach in February in the Midwest. Let's go.
Yeah.
Although it was 54 today, which was like a heat wave.
Was it 54 today?
Got 54 here, yeah. It's like,
wow.
Did you not leave your house?
I knew
today?
it was good. No, I did.
You're like,
I did. I ran several errands, and I was at the storage unit and then at my parents' house.
Yeah.
But I literally was walking like 5 feet.
Yeah.
I'm in my garage, and then I would walk like 5 feet, and I had like my coat on. So I realized it was nice out, but I didn't realize it was that nice out.
And that's what I got to hear. Yeah. But it's no beach weather, but Alyssa.
No beach weather, but I'll take it. Alyssa says that she always finds herself driving a car, then suddenly appearing in the passenger seat. And she kind of her question is kind of, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. And so here's her dream. I'm driving, then in the blink of an eye, I'm in the passenger seat. Then it takes me a minute to realize what happened, and I start freaking out. I try to get back in the driver's seat, but the seat is jammed all the way forward, and I can't get to the pedals, and always end up waking up just before I crash. Interesting, huh? Going into the passenger seat. I think it's more than a stress dream. Maybe it's a stress dream. Maybe she doesn't like traffic, or she doesn't like driving.
The simplest answer is giving up control, right? Giving up control of something. I mean, necessarily of a car while I was going down the street at
right.
No. Don't
right, sure.
Keep your hands on the wheel. 10 and 2.
The wheel. Yeah.
Did you ever do that? Like hold the wheel for a second as I take off my jacket?
Oh, Mindy. Okay. I might have just changed my mind about...
Oh, my God.
I might have just changed my mind about one of the catnaps I want to read today.
Okay.
Just based off this conversation.
Okay.
So we'll get back to that, okay? I'm going to change it up now, okay?
Okay, she's teasing she's teasing our bestie. Okay, little tease you. I've heard that about you in the circles. I know. Brooke's nothing but a tease. I know. That's why I heard all through high school. Not really.
Yeah, right.
They're like, Brooke who?
Yeah, that would be... Is it opposite day? Yeah, Brooke who? Who's that? What now?
Okay.
Well, thank you, Alyssa. Yeah, I think Mindy's onto something, maybe a control, but then you realize you want control again, and you can't get control, Maybe she's a Virgo. Maybe she's a perfectionist like us.
It's hard to give up control.
She just has to have everything. Yes. But thank you for sharing.
This next one comes from Tessa, and Tessa's from Burlington, Iowa. Okay,
Ooh,
Iowa girl.
okay.
Nice, okay. I love the name Tessa, by the way.
Hi, Tessa. Yeah,
like
I know. It's so friendly.
It's like an old-fashioned, but
friendly.
not too old-fashioned. It's like Tessa.
Right.
Always.
No, I like it.
Spunk. Okay. So Tessa's telling us about her first dream she remembers. She goes, my very first nightmare when I was 5 or 6 is still vivid in my head. The Cookie Monster was ransacking our tiny town and stealing the kids. Cookie Monster?
Good.
You're supposed to steal cookies, not children.
Cookies. C is for cookie, not K as in kids.
It's hard with those letters, K's and C's. You know, sometimes how they mix.
They're hard sounds. Maybe C or children. Wait. C is for
kids
children.
Are for cookies. They're good enough for me.
For me.
She goes on to say, my stepdad and I were on the couch, and he quickly sat on top of me while this huge head was peeking through our windows.
Oh, no.
And then I woke up.
How big? Oh, so many questions. That was a good one, though. Cookie Monster.
I mean, again, going back to that first dream, knowing something that's very kind and sweet usually turns around and be something.
Yep.
It's something evil. It's trying to eat you or chase you or kill you.
And that's just interesting. That's right around the age that we've already talked about, right?
Now, were you a Sesame Street friend? A friend of the show? Did you like?
Not too much because we didn't have cable, really. Because, you know, where we lived, there wasn't cable out there yet. We had a satellite dish.
Satellite dish, I know.
Like as big as a UFO satellite dish. Remember the
it was
giant ones that took
of a trampoline, I'd say.
Yeah, like a big trampoline. Yeah. So I don't remember exactly what we got. I was probably past the age by the time we got cable. Is that something like you grew up on?
No, I don't like Muppets or like puppets. Not a fan
I love
of
the Muppets.
I don't like the Muppets. They freak me out.
Oh dear.
And like
what?
And like big characters that aren't people.
Puppets, obviously.
Puppets, Muppets, all the same. I mean, what is a Muppet anyways? It's a puppet, just a different word for it. Freak me out. I never liked them. Not a fan.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
No Barney. No.
What about mascots?
I just give me some real humans. I guess I was a very mature child.
Just like don't try to trick me with your costumes.
I know there's a person in there.
No, can't fool her.
Did you have a favorite childhood show growing up?
Okay, well, for cartoons, I remember I loved the Smurfs. I remember getting up Saturday morning watching the Smurfs.
Yes, agreed. But that's for live action.
Live action TV shows. Jeez Louise, I guess I haven't thought of that. I mean, I watched family sitcoms Cosby Show.
Everyone these days
growing,
hashtag
growing pain. Oh, who are we gonna pick?
I think we have to go with. Well, we can't do Belle.
Hashtag what does Lisa Bonet dream?
There you go. Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
She was the cool kid anyway.
I
she was
did
the cool
like
one.
her. Yeah. I was a little jealous.
I know. Growing pains and family ties, sitcoms.
Okay.
I remember watching sitcoms. I don't remember watching too many those were family shows, family shows, but
sure.
Because again, the cable thing. But how about you?
I remember,
what did you like watching?
Well, definitely didn't like any Muppets or puppets, but I did.
Got that down.
I'm a no on the Muppets and no on the puppets. But I remember.
And no on Fraggle Rock, I'm assuming.
I mean, I actually Fraggle Rock I did like. I don't know why, because they ate the little buildings. I don't know. I don't know why. Do you remember the show?
I do remember.
What?
Sorry. I did just remember Today's Special. Do you remember watching that?
That's what I was going to say. Today's Special was my favorite.
No!
Muffy and Buffy and Jeff.
When the mannequin would come alive. And the mouse?
Yes.
The mouse?
I guess I'm okay with mannequins, though.
Yes. And the mouse wasn't real, Minty. I hate to tell you. That was probably a puppet.
So, Bestie, for you who do not know, this was a very popular show, probably in 85, 6, 7, around there. And it took place in a department store, and the mannequins came to life. And that's a great way to not freak out kids.
One of them?
Oh, one was a clerk? I'm going to have to...
It was only, one... I think there was the girl that worked there, the mannequin. There was a mouse. I don't know how... I can't remember how it all
Why is there a mouse in a department
anymore.
store? It doesn't need to be there.
But I do remember loving that show.
I would say that was my top one. Yeah, nice call.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay.
I can't believe we have the same one. All right.
Yeah, well, not surprising. But moving on, do you have another catnap?
I do. And if you can see this, maybe you'll know who this is from and where it came from.
Okay, so I've seen this in person. This is Brooke's very own dream journal. So we have to have like Brooke's dream. No,
Dream
that's not it.
We need to have
it.
It should be like a rock.
Brooke's dream. Brooke's dream. Brooke's dream. Yo! Something like that.
I love it.
Did you like my rock star hands when I did that? Like I did.
You were like really into it.
Yeah,
I was really proud of you.
Thank you.
So this funnily enough.
Funnily? You're gonna funnel it through the fun? It's a funnily?
Funnily enough, 12/6, which if you know that date
12/6
was 2/6.
Oh, 2/6. Oh, wait. Did you have the stream at my house?
Uh-huh.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yep.
That's crazy.
And you're in it.
What?
And you're in it.
Okay.
That's why. Wait till you hear it, because you're going to understand why I picked this one.
I'm so excited.
This is the one I switched to.
Okay. For our bestie out there, this was when Brooke was staying at my house a week and a half ago, when she was here for the Dark Matters Podcast Fest. And you stayed in my basement and you slept like a log and you had a dream.
I did. Mindy's husband thought I was dead.
We did think you were dead, but you weren't, so that was good.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Mindy and I were driving somewhere, and I needed something out of my purse. I was the passenger and she was driving, but as I was digging through my bag, I kept handing her things, asking her to hold them as I looked for whatever it was that I needed.
Wait, so you're handing me stuff as I'm driving?
I'm handing you stuff.
That's not a good idea, Brooke.
Well, this is a dream. I'm not doing this in real life.
I don't want to hold your chapstick, and I don't want to hold your brush.
Okay, are you ready for the next part? Because it's getting stranger and stranger.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this is so bizarre. I'll go back. As I looked for whatever it was that I needed so badly, it was chapstick. Fucking chapstick. I'm not joking. That's what it was. What you just said.
That's so weird. But I do remember I did ask for your chapstick when we were in the car together. Yes. So it makes it tracks. It makes sense.
It does. It does make sense. Yes.
It does make sense.
I sit up.
You were laying down?
No, because in my dream, like my purse was on the floor. So I was kind of like,
digging in it. Got it. Okay.
Sorry. I should have drawn a picture.
You should have. Too late now.
I should have drawn a picture. Nope. It's already done. I sit up, look over at Mindy, and she smiles, of course. She's happy I found it. But I look in horror and awe as I see Mindy is holding all of this stuff in both hands, like the wonderful person she is, and driving with her foot. And then I woke up.
I mean, I'm flexible, but not that flexible.
But it just reminded me when you're like, have you ever held the steering wheel for somebody and like, or, tried to do it with your knee or something? Yes. And I was like, oh my God.
That is the perfect dream.
Yeah, I just had that dream. Thank you for holding everything for me.
Wow. It was
very nice.
Well, I'm going to throw you for a loop here because I had a dream about you.
No! Are you kidding?
I am not kidding you. And I wasn't going to share it today either, but it just seems apropos. So hold on. Let me find it here. Well,
oh my God, this is awesome. What a day. What an episode, bestie.
And this one, it also, let's see, I don't remember when this was. This it was this last week. So it was in the last.
Okay.
Maybe Saturday
So around
night?
the same time.
Yeah.
Kind of within a few days of each other, maybe.
Yep. Okay. All right. So this is crazy because you had a dream about me this week and I had a dream about you. Are you ready?
This has never happened.
This has never happened. This is a weird episode.
Crazy.
69.
This is a weird
crazy.
episode. 69.
I was trying to think of something that rhymes. I can't come up with anything. 69.
69, feeling fine.
Sign of the times? Feeling fine. Anyways, moving along. Okay, it says, I have this on my phone. I did not prepare this.
Oh, it's not even in the journal yet.
It's not. No, because I couldn't. I didn't have a pen by my journal. I don't, because we're redoing our bedroom, so I moved a bunch of shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And so I had no my journal was there, but my pen was not, and so I had to bring out my phone, which I usually don't do. I know.
Okay. I'm so excited.
It begins, and I'm at some sort of awards show.
I love it.
I am all gowned up, and there's a break in the show.
Okay.
Brooke is there with me, and she's also dressed very nicely.
Yes! That's all I wanted to hear.
They tell us we have to move to the front row.
Oh.
So I think we must be seat fillers.
That's okay.
Because you know what those award shows, there. Right? They have those people that they hire that are all dressed up and they're in these like gowns and they just fill the seats for people who go to the bathroom. So I think that's at the beginning of the dream. I'm like, that's what
to present or something. Yeah,
we are just seat fillers. Yeah. We're here for some reason.
I would love to have that job. Would you not? You get to dress up and look beautiful and just sit.
Amazing.
And you get to meet all these talented, famous people. Just sign me up. Where's the job application? I'm ready.
Okay. Well, we looked fabulous. You were in a gold gown and I was in a navy gown.
Oh. Interesting. Now, you do wear navy, don't you?
I do like
navy.
Would
you wear navy on?
I would wear navy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Then I just know somehow that the next segment I'm going to have to accept an award. Like I won.
You won? Yeah.
I won. But so we're sitting in the front row and I remember having a conversation with you that I didn't want to walk just from the front row up on stage because no one would see my gown long enough. And so I decided to take the long route around the back side and come up the middle aisle. Does this seem like something we would have a discussion about? Probably, absolutely, yes.
Yes, because I'd be like, don't you think everyone's going to see you once you're up on stage? I think they'll see you and your beautiful gown.
So I asked Brooke's opinion if I should take the long route. If I should take the long walk so everyone could see my gown. It had a train. I remember that. And it was navy.
Oh, yes.
Okay, but it's still the break. So then all of a sudden.
Okay, still the break.
Yep, so it's still the break. Mark then calls over to me and says to come with him. We decide to walk outside, which I guess is there small. Mark's there. He wasn't sitting by us. I guess he was somewhere else.
Maybe he was a guest and not a seat filler.
So we decide to go outside, and it was like a small venue. So we were at the top of the stairs, and actually it was a venue that we've shot a wedding at. So it was a familiar building to me. It's like it's the Chicago History Museum. It's brick. Mm-hmm. It's got like a long staircase down, very elegant, like outside columns.
Yes, very pretty.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So we're standing at the top of the staircase. When we all of a sudden see Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Oh, well, are they back together?
I guess in my dream they were.
Something crazy happened that we don't know about.
They come up to us and start treating us like complete friends.
Oh,
although nice. I'm totally fangirling and don't understand why they think we're celebrities. I then realize we're getting an award for the podcast.
Oh, and you're outside? Just talking to Tom and Nicole?
Well, do you blame me?
Get inside. It's time for awards.
Not yet. It's still a break, so don't worry. Okay. Don't worry.
This is a very long break.
This is a long break. I mean,
yes.
Commercial break upon commercial break. Okay.
Yes.
So even though we don't know them, they were like totally fangirling on me. And I was like, well, this is weird. What? Tom Cruise is like That's so nice, excited to meet me. I'm sorry you weren't there for this part, by the way. You were still.
That's okay.
You were still filling the seat.
Just sit. I wasn't even in the front row yet.
No, you were in the front row. You just didn't come off. I guess you didn't want to meet Tom. I don't know.
I don't want to start anything with him and get sucked into Scientology.
No. So all of a sudden, we decide we're to go get drinks with Tom and Nicole. And so we go down the stairs to an underground bar.
Mindy, I don't like the decisions you're making in this dream. There's not enough time.
So even though Mark and I have been to this bar multiple times, we know the owners. We've been going there for 15 years. They treat Tom and Nicole like they're like the best and they don't recognize us. And I was kind of offended. Like, we've been coming here for 15 years and I get it. It's Tom and Nicole, but still.
Right?
I'm also getting an award.
How many? Yeah, I'm also at the award show. Do you not see what I'm
wearing?
wearing?
Do not see my gorgeous gown?
I don't come to the bar dressed like this, right? Every time.
So I was going to go up to the manager and be like pissed off, but I decided to let it go.
Oh,
so
nice.
We then get a warning that the show is about to come back from break. It's about to start again.
Oh, God. You better hurry, girl.
But I have to ask Tom to get a selfie with me because my youngest daughter is a huge Tom Cruise fan, which in real life she really is. She has the biggest crush on him.
Really?
Top Gun's her favorite movie. She's 13.
The new one or the original?
Both.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So we get a worry. So I say, Tom, I need a picture with you. My youngest is a huge fan. She won't believe I met you. He's hesitant. Yeah. He's like, no. I'm like, I promise. I'm just texting her. I'm not going to put it on the internet. It's private. I swear. I understand privacy. Yeah. I'm cool. Just
how many people have used this line? I swear I'm not
me.
going to show anyone.
Tom, baby, come on. So
Tom.
Eventually he agrees. So I told him we had to get to an area with good light. That's the photographer and me.
Oh, jeez.
So we walked to a corner of this basement bar where the ceiling's peeled off and you can see the sky.
Of course. But it's nighttime. So where's the light going to come from?
No. It was daylight. It was daylight.
This was a day ceremony?
It was a day ceremony.
Oh, okay.
Now we get a second warning to get back inside.
Oh, Jesus. You're making me so nervous.
So me and Tom get really close, cheek to cheek, cheesy. He puts his hands on my face. And I'm trying to take this picture.
Put his hands on your face?
So imagine if,
you're cheek to cheek and
imagine we're cheek to cheek. So my phone's in front of me like I'm taking a picture, right? We're cheek to cheek and he's got his hand like he's smushing my face against his face. Like he's got his hand on my outer cheek and we're smushing. And we're not like getting romantic here. It's just a smushy face.
Not
picture.
smushing.
We're not smashing, Brooke, or smushing.
Not smush. No.
Smushing or smashing.
No smushing or smashing.
No smushing or smashing. Tom, please, settle down, babe. We're in public, and Nicole's right over there, and so is Mark. Can you not smush me or smash me in public? You know how much this Oscar de la Renta dress costs? It's too much to get stains on it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
All right, let's move along.
Okay, moving along.
I love it when you're in a mood.
So I put my phone out to get this picture, and all of a sudden, there's a weird filter on. It makes our faces distorted. So his whole nose and his mouth are like dripping 3 inches down his face. And he's got a crown on his head.
Like a Snapchat.
And a crown. And I was like, well, damn it. No one's going to know it's him because it doesn't look like him. So I quickly
tried to... What about you? Did you?
Yes, we were both dysphoric.
Same. You had
same.
You had a crown?
I had a crown and dysphoric faces.
A melty face.
A melty face. Not good. So I was trying to get the filter off. Next attempt was an outline. So it was like a sketch of our like heads. So it was like a pencil drawing.
Okay.
I also can't tell it's Tom Cruise. Like, not cool. Like, I need a picture to prove I met Tom.
Is he getting annoyed at this point because he didn't want to do it in the first place?
He's cool. But now we get our third warning to return to our seats.
You get 3 fucking warnings? 3? Usually it's like 2 blinks of a light and you're not even inside to see it. What do you have, like one of those
Mindy
pagers
Pollock.
when you go to a restaurant and it buzzes when your table's ready?
Mindy Pollock, your award is ready. Please come to the front desk.
Please come to this front row, please. Please join your other party.
Brooke is still, please join your party. Brooke is still filling your seat. Very nice friend of yours. So now we've get our third warning. Now my phone's not working. I asked for Mark's phone, and the filter makes us look old. I can't get the damn phone to work. Tom decides we better go in or we'll be late. I never got my picture. I never got my award, and I never got my drink from the bar. And then I woke up.
Oh no! Damn it!
But here's my thought. And this is what I put as my last line in the morning. Tom Cruise is really an alien, which is why he couldn't take a picture.
Not gonna say too much more about this, but
there's a reason the camera didn't work, Brooke.
But it's so spooky because I know you don't really know about Scientology, but they're like, what is his name? The main guy is an alien. Like,
yeah, I've heard.
What is his name? Something like that, but whatever.
You don't want to hashtag
Cruise
him?
is like, I don't want to get in trouble, Mindy.
Don't.
Xenu? Is it Xenu? Is it?
Well,
Xenu?
It starts with a Z.
What's
That would
his
make
name?
sense.
Maybe.
It's easy.
Yeah.
But it's weird that you had a dream about me, and the same week I had a dream about you, and you gave me a lot of great fashion advice on where to walk. I appreciate that.
Yeah, took the long way. Good. Well, you took the
Really
long
long way.
I didn't say to go outside down the stairs to a bar.
Well,
that was not my
blame me?
suggestion.
Do you blame me?
Your award would be pretty fantastic.
I wish I would have got it. I wish I had a feeling I had to do with the podcast, which is why we were both in the front row, but I never had that confidence.
Was I nominated too, or were you just
I would hope
were
so.
We both nominated?
We were both in the front row, so I would think it would be both of us.
So we were seat fillers and nominees. Wow.
Yeah, of course.
That's
like
we were the very often.
What do they call it? The dark horse.
Yes, obviously. When the dark horse wins, and they're at the like at the Golden Globes, they're at the table like up, and they have to like try to find their way through the tables, down the stairs, up to the stage. You're like, oh, they never thought they would win on. They put them way far back there.
No. Well, wow, interesting. My dream was a lot longer than I thought. Sorry, I didn't realize how long it was.
I know, but I loved every second of your dream, and this is such a treat to have a Mindy dream. We haven't had a Mindy dream in quite some time, so it feels so good to have your crazy mind back with all of us to enjoy. I think it's so bizarre. I don't dream very much, but we both had dreams about each other. I think we should leave it there at catnaps. I don't think it's going to get any better.
I agree, Brooke. I had 4 other catnaps to share. We're going to have to share them next week.
Leave on a high, right?
We're going to have to put a pin in that and pick that up.
Put a pin in them. They're not going anywhere, but...
We got you. I got you, Jacqueline. You're coming up.
Just what a serendipitous coincidence, that this all happened. We have to take it in stride. Listen to the world.
And bestie, if you want a little more extra, what we can do is we're going to put a couple extra catnaps in this week's Sleepover Squad. So you want to get a little bit more? Yeah. Go ahead and head over to remelations.com/support, and that's where you get to join our exclusive, super secret, exclusive Sleepover Squad. You have to have a wristband to get in the door. Yeah. So if you want to get a couple extra dreams this week and a couple extra catnaps, just head over there, and that's where we have our extra content, our bonus content, and lots of behind the scenes. Not to mention our live show from Dark Matters Podcast, which just happened a couple weeks ago. So you want to catch it. That's the only way you're able to listen to that is if you head over to our Sleepover Squad.
Absolutely.
Every little bit helps us grow. So thank you so much for each of you that support us.
Yes, thank you. So I know we've talked about this before, but there are stories and claims and cases where people have claimed that they were sleepwalking when they murdered someone or asleep when they murdered someone. And it's so fascinating. But I just wanted to share one with you today.
Oh, yes. I'm sounding exciting about murder. I'm not that, not for the victim.
No.
I find this whole concept very interesting, but of course, with respect to the victim.
Mm-hmm. And I thought we'd wait till the end And you can see what you think the verdict of the case would be.
Ooh, okay. I like playing Clue. Okay. I'm ready. It was Brooke
All right.
in the awards hall with the microphone.
Of course it was, because I was so mad at you.
Because I totally ditched you to go hang out with Tom Cruise. I know, I'm sorry. I'm a bitch.
But I swear I was asleep. I don't remember. Okay, so this actually happened January 11th, 2001. So, not too long ago.
About 20 some years.
2 years ago.
Yeah, that's scary. 20 wait.
That's 20 plus years doesn't seem like that long ago.
No, I mean, you said that. I'm like, wait, it wasn't that long ago.
Too long ago.
It was in the new millennia.
As opposed to like the first one was like recorded in the 1800s or something. Yes. I can't remember. But so
I'm with you.
And
it doesn't seem like that long ago.
Those terms, Antonio, I'm gonna what do you think? Nieto, Nieto. Okay, I'm just gonna say it that way. Antonio Nieto of Spain murdered his wife and mother-in-law with an axe and injured his daughter before being disarmed by his son, who is also injured in the process. Nieto's children told police he had called them by name during the attack and advised them not to turn on the lights because their mother, in parentheses already dead, was sleeping. However, Nieto told a different story, one that alleges he was sleeping at the time of the killings and that he was dreaming about defending himself against a pack of aggressive ostriches.
What? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm sorry.
That is exactly my reaction when I read this.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the ostrich territory, but is it Spain? Are they common in Spain?
So.
Okay,
I don't think they are.
I'm going to have to Google this real quick.
Yeah,
because I am very curious. Because then I could maybe understand this a little bit more. But
he kills his family with an axe? Is that how you go after ostriches?
Well, according to our good friend Google, they're native to Africa. That is not near Spain. This is Africa.
Oh. Okay.
The ostrich, the most common ostriches are flightless birds native to Africa. Okay, I'm not liking this dude much here.
No. And what's the deal with him calling them by name and then telling them not to turn the lights on? And then these ostriches, it just seems
that doesn't make much
sense.
Right. Mm-hmm.
No.
Agreed.
So let's stop here. And what do you think is going to happen?
Well, I have a lot of questions. Let me start with that.
Okay, you have a lot. I might not have the answers.
Where, and you might not have the answers, but where is like this? The mother. So it was the mother-in-law and his wife that he killed,
right?
And his daughter,
yes, and then he injured her. She survived.
Okay,
but his son intervened to stop.
Okay.
From killing the daughter, but he got injured in the process too. I mean, there's an axe involved. I'm assuming you're wrestling around, you might get a cut or two.
Okay, so maybe just because I live in the suburbs, how many houses typically have axes? Do you own an axe, Brooke? Are you an axe owner?
Hatchet.
Do you have a license for that? Oh, just a hatchet.
I am a licensed hatchet owner. No, I don't have anything like that. But my dad did, but also because we had a fireplace growing up.
My parents have one, but they live in the country.
Right.
So, okay, let's start with where in Spain are we talking? Are we talking like suburban Madrid, or are we talking like rolling hills of España?
I'm not sure. It says Málaga, which I'm probably saying wrong, but I don't know where that is in Spain.
Okay, I have lots of questions.
Okay.
What was was there any this is Mindy's CSI corner. Was there any marital disputes leading up to this? Was there friends that were like, they didn't get along very much. He was kind of a dick.
Nope, not this particular case. We'll play this game again sometime, I promise.
I like
I'll come
this
up with
game.
another one for you. And I want you to be as thorough with your questions, but nope, that was not part of this case.
Okay. Was there financial issues? Did he lose his job recently? Gambling debts? Did he perhaps have another lover?
Nope, not particularly, not in this case.
And how was his relationship with his mother-in-law? Did they get along?
Do not know. Sorry.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
you know,
have
it's a
the answer to that
mother-in-law.
one.
You can only, on a good day,
50-50.
you can only go so 50-50.
50-50,
Yeah,
right?
Good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or as they might say
God.
in Spanish, así, así. Is that right? 50-50?
Maybe. So. Así. I thought so.
Maybe it is.
We don't
I
know.
knew it. I just assumed it was Spanish because I don't remember any of my French.
The thing that bugs me most about this story is the fact his kids were there. And so I guess if you're going to do it, why do it while your kids are there? Okay. So this guy was arrested, right?
Yes. And remember, he said he was defending himself against a pack of aggressive ostriches.
Well, I am going to say I'm calling him guilty because I
Okay.
just don't think that. Well, it's hard. I mean, I will say I will say he is found guilty. That's my guess.
Okay.
Even though the maybe
It's
evidence points to the contrary.
But you know what? The thing that when I read this too, like just that part of him talking to the kids, that threw me off. I'm like,
Yes.
when you're sleepwalking and like giving instructions about stuff that's happening,
Yes.
or even stuff that's actually happening at the moment. So his rather outlandish tale did not set Nieto free,
Okay.
but it did prove that he was thoroughly out of his mind. He was sentenced to 10 years in a mental facility and lost custody of his children, with the courts furthering mandating that he had to keep a distance of 500 meters from them at all times. So it was a trick.
Well,
it was kind of
I
a
mean,
tricky one. It was insanity.
Yeah,
So we got
that's
guilty, not
tough.
guilty.
That is tough.
I should have given you like,
You should have gave me the
you have to choose guilty, not guilty, or insane.
10
Sorry.
years. 10 years. I mean, it really is
killed
what
two
we've talked
people.
about
I
before.
don't-
Like that's like an easy defense, right? And the question is,
Yeah.
does he have a history of sleepwalking or sleep
Right.
talking, or
Right.
you know what I mean? That's my question, and maybe we'll have to do a deep dive into this one a little bit more.
We maybe have to, because this one is not like some of the other ones I've read about, where there really isn't much except for his defense of
Yeah.
aggressive ostriches. That's
It is
what he
interesting.
came
It would
up
be
with.
that specific. Like he's like, it was a pack
It
of
is
wolves. No,
interesting.
that's been used. It's a pack of wild dogs. Nope, that's been used. It's a pack of snake. Nope, snakes. No, that's not plausible. We'll go with ostriches.
And it seems like the word is outlandish, which I agree.
Sure.
But this is 2001. This is a time where true crime stuff is starting.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
you know,
we
it's
have
not like
plenty of ideas.
back in the day where you would never try to think like, oh, but if I tell them I see ostriches, you know, maybe. But I feel like he was trying to be like, what's a crazy thing you would dream about?
Yes.
Like, you know, only in a dream, to kind of try to prove that
It
he
was a
was
dream.
dreaming. So he's like, what's crazy? Ostriches, a pack of ostriches. That's just what I think. But he's still got 10 years for it. But I'd like
I
to
don't know
what's
if that's
happening
enough.
with him now.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he's out. He's out now. If this was 2001, he's out.
All right, we're gonna have to
Unless
update
something
this
happened.
one.
We
We're gonna have to
will.
leave this on a cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. Sorry, guys.
But thank you for sharing. That is crazy.
Oh,
That it was
yeah.
not only sleepwalking, but just a dream of ostriches. That's what throws me off. In this one. That's insane.
Well,
Don't trust the damn ostriches.
That's what he got. That is insane. That's what he got. They're very dangerous.
I've heard. Yes, they're not very friendly birds. I mean, they're probably angry because they can't fly.
Well, I mean, chickens can't fly either.
Well, neither can penguins, but they are very nice.
They are very nice. So I guess turkeys, chickens, ostriches, what else? Flamingos. We got some flightless birds that must be very ornery.
But ostriches are the biggest, so they're probably just angry because of that reason. Like, we don't fit in.
That's probably why they bury their head in the sand.
I'm so embarrassed that this guy used me and my friends as a murder motive, a murder alibi.
Murder motive.
Damn ostriches. No, I mean, that's awful, and really awful for the family, and that's sad. That's the worst part, right? Because how does that family get any closure on it? Like, how do they get any closure?
None.
You'll never know. There's so many,
and we don't know because he could be crazy. Like, he could be crazy, but he might not be. And they're both very sad situations, but there is a chance that he needed to be in facility, but also, I don't know. I don't buy it. Don't buy it. No buys. No buys from me.
Oh, man.
But
Good one.
Wow. What a episode we've had today, huh? Jeez
Absolutely.
Louise.
It's been a crazy episode. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy week. I don't know. A little unexpected craziness going on here.
Is something happening in the universe? Is it a full moon?
It feels like it might. It feels like it might be.
It might be.
So how was your week?
Wow.
You mentioned you were like cleaning stuff out for your parents, of storage.
Yeah, that's not
help your parents.
That's not going to happen.
That's
anytime
physical
soon
labor.
because
Okay.
It's a lot. So I think the two chores I had mentioned in a previous episode, painting my childhood bedroom, which we had talked about, and then the storage unit were the two things they wanted me to help with while they were gone. And so I was like, okay. And then after I saw the storage unit and started on it today, I got maybe an hour in and I'm like, nope, this is not going to be the one I start with because it is packed. It is packed and you can barely get through. And it's all totes, so it's very organized. Is
it at their home or is it like one of those like they rent
No, it's a storage unit.
Okay.
Yeah, like a rented unit. And I mean, it's got my stuff, my brother's stuff, their stuff. I mean, it's all of our stuff. But
yes, a lot of shit.
It was like opening bin after bin, and I'm like, I don't want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this. And I'm hoping to find photos, our photo albums from high school and stuff during this process.
You will.
But it was just so overwhelming. Maybe it was about 2 hours. And then I drove to my parents' house and I started looking at my bedroom and I'm like, I'll start taping this off. I think we'll start with this one. So my day was kind of crazy too.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you? I mean, I know your youngest is sick. Is everyone else doing okay?
Everyone's fine. And it's actually been a great day because I am a great aunt. Today, my niece had a baby. And so that was very exciting. So we just welcomed
That was just today?
Yes, today. Little baby girl into the family. And so it's hard because my sister's now a grandma, which is weird because I'm like, well, shit, I'm not old enough. And so how is my sister old enough to be a grandma? But then
you could be a grandma before you know it.
That's crazy. I was talking to my mom about it, and my mom's like, well, I was 42 when I became a grandma. I'm like, no.
You're like, no, that's how old I am.
That's how old I am. And we have a college degree to finish and a nice young man maybe perhaps to find. There's no rush on this side. I do not feel old enough.
There's no rush.
But I do have a crazy story to bring up with this.
Yeah, please. I love this already.
And I don't remember if I told you this, but a year ago, I had a dream. Exactly 1 year ago today. No. And this is I'll swear to God, this is my dream journal. I will show you a picture from a year ago. Okay?
Oh my God.
And let me read you real short what the dream was I had a year ago today. So my niece's name is Sydney.
Bizarre.
She just got married in 2020, so just going on 3 years of marriage. And so a little bit of a backstory, Sydney and her husband had lost a child, in second trimester of pregnancy. So This was shortly thereafter. So they knew they had lost their first pregnancy. A little later on, the pregnancy is always a lot harder. And they shared their story.
Harder,
and
yeah.
so I, with her permission, I'm sharing the story. So, I think she was in a time of her life. The family was kind of, happy for them. And then it was kind of like, it was kind of sad that it happened.
Oh my gosh, it's horrifying. That's so sad.
So 1 year ago today, I had this dream. I'm in a building I have dreamt about before. I think it's my oldest daughter's sorority house, although I have never been inside of it. There's some event going on, and I am trying to clean up, I think. I have paper bags. Yeah, I have paper bags. I'm trying to just get out of the way, and all the girls of sorority are starting to gather, and they look at me like I don't belong there. Like, why are you here cleaning things up, okay? Weird side of it. Well,
you're like, don't ask questions. Do you want me to clean or not?
Right? Jeez. I go downstairs to see my niece, Sydney, is there. And she's in this like entryway of this atrium. Like this entryway, it's like how in like buildings they have like, two doors, especially in the Midwest, there's like two doors
a vestibule.
To get through. A vestibule, yeah.
Like a vestibule. Yeah.
Exactly. So she's there, and so are my daughters, and I see my niece, Sydney, and she comes up and she gives me this great big hug. And she looks at me and says, 1 year from today. And in my dream journal, I wrote, this is literally what I wrote. Something is said about 1 year, not sure what context. And I moved on. And I'm like, and then my daughters were there and blah, blah, blah. But literally 1 year ago today in my dream journal, I had a dream of my niece who just gave birth.
I'm sorry. This is
to a little baby girl.
Up in the most amazing way. This is like this episode, dude. This is crazy.
And so when she was expecting, now her due date was tomorrow, and I said, you're having her on the 13th. I just know it because I dreamt about it. You're gonna have her because I had a dream about it. I didn't know in that time. She had just lost her first pregnancy. They weren't trying yet.
So you didn't know what it was going to be.
I had no idea. And I just she gave me a hug
to it.
And she said 1 year from today. And 1 year exactly, she just had her baby girl.
Mindy, this is crazy.
It is crazy.
Oh my God.
And I had to bring up my dream journal because I swear, I had it highlighted. I sent my pictures to my family. I predicted this somehow.
That is amazing. I'm speechless, and I'm rarely speechless. But that is beautiful story. Oh, I can't think of anything. I'm just it's just
I know. Feels
happiness.
Good. And mom and baby are all doing good, and her husband Tony's doing good.
Good.
They're just adjusting to new parenthood life, which I've been there, and it's have fun.
You're like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
You're not even close. But here, I'll finish this on one good story about being a parent.
Okay.
So I'm very proud of my niece. I'm very happy for her. Brand new baby, beautiful little girl. Then they turn into young adults and go off to college. So Friday night, I'm in bed. Actually, my husband's out of town because one of our sons has a baseball camp. So they're in Michigan. Okay. I'm home. I'm a lonely bed.
You're playing baseball in February?
It's indoors. It's like a college scouting thing.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's cold.
I don't sleep well when my husband's not next to me. I just don't. And so I was kind of tossing and turning all night. And I finally fall asleep at 3 a.m., which is rare for me. I usually can fall asleep. I fall asleep. All of a sudden, my phone starts ringing at 4 a.m. And I was like, something's wrong. And it wakes me up out of my sleep. I thought it was my alarm. And I was like, well, shit. Right. And I'm trying to turn it off. And then I notice that the call ends and I look at it and it's my oldest daughter who's in college. Going back to kids and how great they are. And so I'm like, oh, what's going on? It's 4 a.m. It's 4 a.m. You're in college. Yeah. You don't call me just to say hi. Why are you calling me at 4 a.m.? My heart sinks.
Of course. Panic sets in.
Yeah. Complete panic. So I text her. I'm like, is everything okay? And then my phone rings again. She's calling me back. I'm like, hello? Are you okay? And she's like, hi, Mom. I'm like, are you okay? And she's like, yeah. What's the password to Hulu? I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like,
are you serious?
What? She's like, oh, what? is it late? I'm like, it's 4 a.m. She's like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize what time it was. I'm like, well, you're either having too much fun tonight, or I might have to kill you.
Or I might have to fall asleep and kill you.
I might have to think I was attacking an ostrich. I literally was like, excuse me?
4 a.m.?
She's like, what's the password? I'm
furious.
like, I was so...
Password is fuck you. Go the fuck to sleep.
Go the fuck to sleep, go tuck in, and go to classes in the morning, damn it. I just like, well, you know, as a parent, you're like, you call me. I mean, that's the conversation I had.
Anytime.
You need anything
like,
at all.
Call me anytime.
Call me anytime. You need anything, you call me. I should have more specified. If it's not a password related question.
Or an emergency. Is there something on Hulu that is an emergency situation that you need to watch? No? Then don't call.
And I'm overthinking, like, is this like a signal? She's trying to, like, tell me something? Is she in an unsafe environment? Is this like a
your
secret
mind.
code?
Oh, I could imagine your mind going there.
Are you safe? Are you sure? You just need... Yes, Mom, I just want the password to... Now I'm trying to... It's going to send you, like, a verification code. I'm like, where are you? Whose TV are you logging into with my Hulu password?
At 4 a.m. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No. Did you give it to her?
Well, she apologized, and I was like, honey, it is 4 a.m. I just fell asleep. Can we deal with this in the morning? Yeah, Mom, I'm sorry for calling you, but love you. And I'm like, love you too.
Wow. I would have lost it.
So when you look at that little sweet little baby, Sydney, darling niece of mine, just remember, in about 20 years, she'll call you at 4 a.m. and be like, Mom, I need the password to Hulu.
There won't be Hulu anymore.
I know, but still.
No, I get it. But wow, that's horrifying. There's never anything good that comes from a call at that time.
No, not at all.
There's not. No. And oh my God, my heart sank just the call. And then you texted and she didn't respond and called immediately right back. Like,
I'm like, do I have to call the police? No, the police don't know the Hulu password. They're not going to help.
The police don't know the Hulu password.
Excuse me. Yes, my daughter. She called me. Oh no, she just needs a Hulu password. Okay,
Oh
and I do tell her to call me whenever she needs anything.
But you love her.
That's.
I think it's more of like if you need help, if you decided to drink,
if you're in a bad situation,
situation, we're here for anything except for if you forget a Hulu password, which can wait till the goddamn morning.
No shit. Well, friends, that wraps up another crazy episode from our...
Maybe one of the craziest.
I know. From our coincide dreams to a production dream that I had a year ago. I mean, to phone calls at 4 a.m. It's been a crazy ride.
It's ostriches, you know. Lots of
throw
stuff happening in this one.
But we just want to tell you, Bestie, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for supporting the show. Just do us one favor. If you've laughed a little, you've commiserated with our stories here, go ahead and just tell your bestie about the show. That's how we grow. That's how we keep doing this. You can tell your best friend. You can tell your guardian angel, crazy randomly that gives you grapes. You can tell Cookie Monster. Or you can tell your favorite passenger bitch about the podcast as she hands you chapstick to hold. Just hand her your phone.
Cool.
She's pretty cool. Just hand her your phone and be like, hey, while you're handing shit out of your purse, can you just go follow this podcast if you don't mind? Thank you. Bestie, in all honesty, that's the best way we grow and continue to grow this podcast. So just do us that favor and we'll love you forever and ever. We promise.
And Brianne, thank you so much for that. As we can't say the word enough, interesting dream. We've said it about 17,000 times
Interesting
this episode.
and intriguing.
But it really and intriguing. But Brienne, it really was. I
Yes.
hope you continue on your path. And thank you so much to myself for reading a catnap and Mindy for reading a catnap.
Is that how our award speech is going to go? We'd like to thank
yes.
Brienne and ourselves. And we
and
will accept this
ourselves.
award.
Thank you.
And thank you, Tom.
And thank you also, Alyssa and Tessa, for your catnaps as well. We've had an amazing time reading them. We've had a great, fun episode. Thank you so much.
Yes. And Bestie, thank you again for all your support. If your phone rings at 4 a.m., just make sure it's a real emergency and not just a password question. So try to get some sleep if you can. And until next week, sweet dreams, bitches. God damn it, 4 a.m. call. About peed my
that was
pants.
funny. Oh, that was a good one.